Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Good morning. So, we've come back a little bit, haven't we? Yeah, this right ear cup is really bothering me that it's broken. I hope we got that cord. All right. Well, how can we look at this? There's just so much has happened. Okay, so the E-mini actually ended up moving even higher to 27.85. Good grief. And Treasuries are kind of back to, pretty close to where they were at the close. So 010 is kind of a better level. Did they actually hit that? Yeah, it actually is right where they stopped last pivot. So, but we have this huge overnight range going. Well, let's get the stream links. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can find some stuff on, well, no, hold on. Let's make sure I have the squawk up. And news. We got a bond auction. Tomorrow is the FOMC statement. Oh, no. Today is the 30-year bond auction. Crude oil inventories. Okay, so we could see some bizarre action today. It is Wednesday, though. Tend to see a lot of stock movement on Wednesday. And the E-mini is pretty, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Oh, we gotta enable that now. Not much has really happened in 8 hours, has it? We didn't miss much. Well, I mean, it did come back, but I mean, it's not huge. Okay, let's switch this. Switch the title of things back. Thank you for you guys watching Twitch. I'm wondering, what do you guys think about the Twitch? Should I be like, do I need to go like full hog and be like, let's get crazy, let's do like giveaway garlic coins and shit to get people to watch? Or should I just say screw it and let Twitch go by the wayside? Because I don't think that kids are going to. I kind of have decided that Twitch is just little kids watching, and they're not going to watch that. You know what I mean? Those aren't the people that we want to. That we're trying to reach. We want to reach future traders, and I think that they're going to find us on YouTube. It's going to be a quiet day today. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious about following these cumulative delta numbers now, because especially in the 30-year, because we might get this same auction effect that we had yesterday. And I don't want to get caught up in that again.
Him from Merkel's ally Selfos and says Hoffer has not committed to down as
There's something I'm seeing in the news posts here is that they're saying that Donald Trump went all in on Florida and left the blue state, Rust state areas, Midwestern states, kind of left them to hang, essentially, is kind of what they're saying. I wonder if much truth to that. By the way, if we look at the ZB, what does that end up with us? Okay. Kind of tells us that we could potentially move higher, actually. don't know. I think that based on my stats and trading and everything, that you could buy here. But I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Well, so they went through the 015. So it's kind of holding. There's these two big orders below, so I'm kind of interested to see what happens. Trump's going to do a news conference at 11:30.
Seeing Trump now tweeting about Pelosi, saying in all fairness, deserves to be house.
What? In all fairness, Nancy Pelosi deserves to be the chosen Speaker of the House by Democrats. If they give her a hard time, perhaps we will add some Republican votes. She has earned this great honor. Oh, I see. If Democrats think they're going to waste taxpayer money investigating us at the House level, then we will likewise be forced to consider investigating them for all of the leaks of classified information and much else at the Senate level. Two can play that game. Mutually assured investigations. It's holding there pretty good. Okay, Fox is projecting that the medicinal marijuana in Utah is going to pass. It does not look like they're willing to call Love McAdams yet, though. Problem is that we don't really know how much of the vote is outstanding in Utah. Okay. I'm getting a bubble here in the E-mini as they're moving up. That's not the setup that we need. See, they went lower, but they're not really acting like... I don't know. Downside that evens is kind of a little bigger, but they're not giving us a whole lot to guide us on. Yeah, but Trump is trying to make it appear that he won. But which, from a tactical perspective, you kind of have to say, like, first of all, of course he's going to see that. I'm getting some size here, by the way. But he's not like, what legislation were they going to pass? You know what I mean? Like, even if they held the House, they weren't going to get anything passed in the next 2 years. So, but holding the Senate, that kind of matters because of appointments and so forth. So, I think really they got the best outcome that they could.
idea of have you done a benchmark?
Hey, look at that. They took out the 20. I don't think I can buy 20. I could potentially buy 20. Sure, 25. The ZV came up there really fast. Oh, did you hear that? So yes, right there. So Donald Trump is going to have a press conference, and then Pelosi is going to turn around and try and counter everything that he says. So now how is Donald Trump going to react? Maybe he should move his news conference back, or maybe he should just go way after. Like, he should talk for like 2 hours. And that's what he's gonna do. The calls were a lot easier last week, I felt. Right. We've got a lot more people watching on Twitch, so thank you for watching. I'm kind of thinking about giving up on the Twitch because I feel like Twitch is mostly kids, and of course kids aren't going to be interested. And not that I'm super concerned about how many viewers I get. I mean, if I had 100 viewers a day, that would be great. I mean, that would be really nice, and I think that would be nice for the community. But the main goal here is just to build up the community and to find the people that want to trade futures and get them on the right track faster. And I'm just not so sure that we're going to find them on Twitch. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, we do get a good number of viewers on YouTube, so I'm kind of wondering. You know what I mean? Well, they're looking like they want to go, but we're like at the top of this range, so it's still a tough. If we wanted to take this, we really did need to take 20. So there's a little bit of a sell in E-mini. If the E-mini really pivots, we could go down, we could move up for sure. I can close that. There's no news today. And I can close that. Okay. Now it's turning down. I'm actually wondering if you can get 015. 015 is really the correct place within this range to do it. ZB kind of looks a little long. They did not hit the 20 like Zerv wanted. Yeah. Okay, so there's a 1/2. Yeah. Reserve has been saying that we grind lower and then it spikes up. Okay, they did hit back at a 1/5. Big iceberg there too. That's something you gotta be careful about, I think. Yeah, it's still doing the thing. It's like I think I should be buying this right here. Because the 5 years saying it wants to go to the other side of the range. And not getting filled here. It's ticked up. Well, that's a tough one. If it comes up without us, we might place an alligator there. Crocodile, whatever we want to call it. Okay, no fill 025 yet. I can say it needs to be okay, so there's your fill at 025. Okay. So they're having quite the hard, difficult time at 025. ZF in particular not to the higher end of its range yet, and kind of giving it a hard time, so that's not a good sign for higher. Big iceberg there.
Sharing from Apple, so there's not in talks at any level to Qualcomm. That's from
Interesting. Donald Trump actually did better last night than Ronald Reagan did in his first midterm. Okay, then it's kind of they're kind of doing the flip now. Not quite going for it yet. I have a pretty low threshold, so they're going to have to be clearing it for that order to trigger. And in fact, I doubt that it actually gets filled on the way up. It's probably going to have to trade down and back up, if that makes sense. Twitch is certainly interesting because people will come in and they'll watch for a little bit and then they get bored. And we have those few. There's always about 2 or 3 dedicated watchers. So thank you for those 2. But see, it just goes up. Yeah.
Barnier says that without a backstop, that there will be no Brexit deal.
I'm getting tired of hearing Brexit headlines. Nothing happens. Man, if I was a Brit and I voted in favor of Brexit, I would be awfully upset.
Chief says, Frank, we are not there yet. Clock is ticking.
Okay, so it did actually fill as it went down because there was a big iceberg there. So short is not what I would like to be, per se. Let's see some orders hit into 0.5, please. Okay. Iceberging there. It's going to go back and forth.
Barnier says Brexit negotiations going with the UK might be reached.
Nope, not that time either. There is an iceberg there in, well, not an iceberg. There's some good liquidity there in the 5-year. Okay, that time they take it. This is stupid. If this was like trading through fast, I would actually pull it, but because I was 300 in line and I'm still not filled? Like, are you kidding me? If I have to fight that much for a fill, I should probably just take it and be happy. There we go.
EU's Parliament says that MEP
Yoda wants to be short too, huh?
Barnier says there is more work to do and he is determined. Barnier says
I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to influence him.
EU's Barnier has now ended the press conference.
I don't want to influence him, but I'm kind of leaning towards take what you can get right now. Yeah, there it is up again. Actually, putting Zerv at a minus. Threatening to put him at a -1. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not in a trade, but I'm sweating for him now. I really want this to come back down and go to the other side of the range. But I'm wondering, is the E-mini going to puke? I don't know. Let's ask them, which way do you think the E-mini will go on the open? Because I think they might try and sell it. I really do. Trump is speaking at 11:30. You know that's what he's gonna. He's gonna mess with her. Come on. He's not. He's gonna start the conference late, maybe. I mean that's the best, mess with them I can think of. ZB should hit 00, but Sir says which one? 138.00 or 137.00? I expect this is actually good for Wall Street. Nothing is going to happen in the foreseeable future except Dems building as many roadblocks for Trump as possible. I wouldn't short ES today, but I don't love it up here either. Yeah. There was, I think that when Donald Trump got elected, I thought that they were going to try and do infrastructure and a bunch of other things and taxes. The only thing that they were able to get an agreement on was taxes. So even amongst the GOP, there was a lot of disagreement. And so I really don't think that Congress is going to be able to pass anything. But we're going to see some Republicans might show their true colors and put forward some spending legislation that, you know what I mean? Inside the country, everything is a stalemate. No new taxes, no new cuts, maybe some new spending, that's about it. So all else being equal, it will be more stable according to everything I heard on Bloomberg this morning. Yeah. They're just looking for a story when there is none. Nate Silver's forecasts went from 80% chance that Democrats hold the House to 50% chance that Democrats take the House, and the market went way up on that, and Treasuries in particular went way down, and it was just statistical noise in their model. And the media was running with it. So this whole thing is we have this huge midterm. There's tons of interest leading up to it. And then the whole thing turns out to be a dead stalemate, nothing interesting coming from it. They're desperate to keep up the interest and to keep people, coming in. And I think that you may have a situation where people get bored of it. That could be like dead wrong, because with Donald Trump around, there people are always going to be interested. But I mean, come on, nothing's going to happen. Yorick went flat and is now short 20. That's maybe a better price if he's going to just take one. E-mini did move down. I can see maybe a little bit of a sell in the 5-year, but other than that, this just looks like noise. It's noise. I think it's nice. Instead of order flow noise, think order flow battle. They battle all day at every price. I don't see. So That's what I think is going on right now. I think it's just robots trading off each other. I think that this open in the E-mini could be pretty weird, and I think we could pull out a few ticks there. I think we might get like we had last week. Remember when we took like 3 or 4 ticks out of the middle there, just as the S&P rotated around and treasuries were getting swung by it. This guy thinks stocks rally after midterm elections, retracing recent declines for a return to the highs should be expected now. People in Utah are waking up and tweeting now. Short S&P at 27.77. Multi-lots take first profit. That's what he thinks. I think you have a good case there, Ace. I really do. I'm kind of suspect. Part of the reason why I'm kind of being the way that I am is because I kind of suspect that the E-mini is going to sell and push us back up here to like 05. And if we do, that's a bad spot for where the scalpers are at. Well, I live in Utah, that's why. So the reason I care is because there's still a House race, and for a Democrat to win that House race is a pretty significant deal around here. And the thing is that Mia Love was not necessarily, oh, you live in Utah County? Well, you should come visit me then, or I'll come visit you. Where in Utah County? Like Lehigh? I know one other guy in Utah that trades futures, and he actually does okay. He actually got funded at Top Step for a while. I don't know if he's still trading that account. I haven't checked up on him lately, but Eagle Mountain, okay, yeah. See, I live all the way up in Centerville, so it's a long drive, but we should totally get together. I'm out of my trade now with 2 points. Oh, okay. Oh, so you took 27.77 to 75. Okay, sure. But yeah, I heard that the polls were really busy down in Utah County, because in Centerville I went during the day, and it was pretty casual. It was right in and out. But some of my friends in Utah County talked about waiting forever and ever. So I think that this up here in Centerville, there was not much reason for people to go to the polls because it's Chris Stewart. And I don't know if they really care too much about the marijuana thing. Excuse me. And now, but in Utah County, they had the Love McAdams thing. And yeah, yes, I was hoping for more. It was horrible in the evening. People were out here were waiting hours. Interesting. Yeah, so the thing I'm finding frustrating right now is that when you go to the election results, they don't really tell you how much of the vote is in. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Oh, he says Mia Love is horrible. I hope she gets the boot. So I'll tell you about Mia Love. So I actually helped Mia Love campaign when she ran the first time. Like I was in the primaries and everything like that when she beat Carl. I forget what his Wimmer. Carl Wimmer. Yes, when she was running against Carl Wimmer. And I was like, well, Carl Wimmer is a nut. Can't have him. So we helped Mia. I really wanted her to work out years ago, but how could she not call out Trump on his crap? Got to scoot kid to school. That's funny. So that's kind of where I was going. I was all in for her the day too. I figured she would be amazing. Yeah, so the thing that was interesting about Mia Love, I think, and what really killed her, was when I helped her, she really seemed to me like a very conservative person. Oh.
Absolutely.
She's a conservative. She is a conservative person, and her husband in particular is very conservative, very libertarian conservative kind of person, right? But she's also very, proper, and she wants everybody to get along, and she was always really good at getting everybody together, having their say in making a good decision and getting consensus. Like that's what she was good at. And so it kind of seemed to me that when Trump was doing all this stuff, like especially about immigration, because her parents are immigrants, she wasn't happy about it, for sure, right? And but then when push came to shove, she didn't really do anything either. And so she kind of painted herself into this corner where both sides didn't like her. So we got people
Walk
like,
by.
oh, there was a block by there. That's interesting. I mean, if we buy up here, I don't know if I really want to take it like as she goes at 3. That's not a good spot for me, so I may just watch this. Anyways, but so we got people like Ace Trades here that say she should have stood up to Trump and done more, and she didn't. And then on this side, you have Trump himself, who's kind of mad about some of the things that he said for her, and they didn't go to bat for her at all. There was almost no mobilization in Utah. They went all in on Florida, and they left Utah and the Midwest like out in the cold completely. And I think part of it was that they kind of wrote it off because they kind of suspected that turnout in her district would be high because of the marijuana thing. Because it's looking to me like that's what really killed her, was the turnout from marijuana. Could be, but and that's why I think she lost. But I have to tell you though, I know this Ben McAdam guy too. Crap, burned the French toast. Be back later. Yeah, okay. Well, it was nice talking. We'll chat more sometime. Okay, so there's a 10K order right there. So that might be enough to give us some more here. Okay, some pretty big bubbles up there in the E-mini too. And they're buying. They're really buying.
Brexit news now. Prime Minister May said to invite ministers to read nearly their Brexit text. Again, that's a report saying that Prime Minister May invite ministers to read a nearly their Brexit text.
Well, so far all 3 is holding. I should have went and got more water. Because I'm already out. It must be I'm talking a lot today. You get more thirsty when you talk a lot. So I'm a little, I don't know. So interestingly enough, the 5-year is still has more liquidity on the sell side. Okay, they did trade back down there. And the E-mini is potentially pivoting here. Going down? Yeah. I really don't want to buy O3 though. 015, that would have been great. Well, I was hoping for a lot of jiggling around, but they're mostly just messing around with this one price, which isn't very good for us to take a few out. You know? Okay. So the other problem with O3 is that you got this O4. It has a bunch of size on it as well. And the E-mini is just going. There you go. Another push and it ticks down. A little bit more forceful of a downtick that time. Man, they're just chugging along. Well, there's a big bubble up here. I mean, there's a big order up here. Let's see how they react to that one first before we get too excited about anything. Way back down now. See why I didn't want to buy L3? Well, they might give us a good buy opportunity here. Let's see. We're gonna have to keep an eye on ES. I hate doing this, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on ES because we might see a turn in ES. In spoos. I should call it spoos because ES is just weird, right? Yeah. The 5-year definitely back down. I don't know. Okay, not quite over that big order yet. There you go. Well, it didn't take much. It could be a bit more in this. Yeah. It's still trading pretty big numbers, though. Hmm. Okay, so 015 we could buy.
How come it's not from the very strange?
Wow. Hmm. I don't know if I want to buy this, guys. I'm thinking maybe I should have thought about selling that 03. So the E-mini went and touched that overnight high and it did not go through. Not yet. They're hovering awfully close, though. They could do it. They could definitely do it. Look at the delta. Look at the delta. That's a little insane. That's a little insane. Okay, now they're gonna break it, right? Oh, what the heck? Somebody just bought up a bunch of contracts. I don't know what that was. But they sold it. And a little bit of a break there. Oh, you know what? They might be reacting to this big old order that showed up here in the 5-year. I don't know, Treasuries acting like that is a really good recipe to get screwed over. Okay, so the E-mini is taking a turn. This might be a tough fill. I suppose I could pay up. That would put me in right in the middle. I think I should be careful. Because this E-mini is buying today and they were buying last night and they just seem incredibly encouraged by what's going on. And I don't know if we want to try and stand in front of that. You know. That's the mini lately. I don't know if you want to stand in front of that. Nope. Look at that. The 30-year looks like a buy as well. Particularly a buy. Okay, 903, I'm not going to do it. So here they are, the top of the range again. They gonna bust it this time? I think they might. See, they're looking strong, especially in the 5-year. The O3 is weak. It looks like they're going to push through it. See? Okay. Wow. A lot of volume there. And some buyers are not getting filled. Yeah. They've absorbed a ton there. They're gonna hit that. This is gonna build up to 3 here soon, I think. See, it's just, they're slowly stacking it, pulling, and then they'll stack it again, and maybe it'll be 29. No. 29. They'll stack it again, and maybe it'll be 30. Come on, buddy, you can do it. We all know what's gonna happen. Why don't you just let it? Why? Yeah. Okay, there's 30. Right. But this might pull. 31. Almost 32. 33. Okay, they're hitting it. Fighting, profit taking. Held 1,000. Not a huge bid, but it's growing. Okay, 5-year came. Reset. That was a good reset. And I want this to tick up, and then I can say okay. All right. My gosh, guys. That little bird is freaking out. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break because I do think that there could be a good trade in the 8 o'clock hour, but so far we're not. We missed the good trade. So I wanted to buy 015 and I didn't get filled. So that kind of sucks. That would have been 4 ticks, but yeah. So I'm gonna take some water. Okay, so the E-mini's moving down again. Yeah. Oh, 04 is where I got out. There's still this big thing, this monster above us. So if I'm gonna take something, I think I'd have to do that. I took it. But what if this big order? They're gearing up to take it. That bid is not backing up. I don't want to get myself into bad habits, but I do think you could buy this at 05. Okay, so they're hitting it. It's not like absorbing like huge. So I can't treat that one as a signal. No, it's not. It's not a signal. If anything, it may be a signal to go short. We'll see. So that buying spike has basically completely subsided now. So for us to go further, sellers are going to have to initiate.
Energy news now plastered that they have delegated 6 responsible price to the cut of one. What means Barney is that work is needed. Minute now until we get
Okay, Yoda, if you say so. I'm not sure if it's gonna go further. Or if it's gonna reverse. They had enough volume go through there that it could go further, but they're really banging into that wall in the 5-year.
Thank you.
Evens in ZB too, huh? That was probably notes. Yep. Well, I couldn't have been more wrong with my long call for treasuries today. Yep, I was wrong too. Still looking for a move higher into the 30-year bond auction. But now that the election results are known, it could dampen the move higher by the ZB. Who knows? So he's a little unsure too. This is not a recipe for a big trade by me. I may just take my 2 ticks and run. Well, I'm getting a little pause here. Let's start generating charts. Some notifications here tonight. Oh, okay.
He is. And that's the bank's arm. That is release. Henry was the favorite to get grab the role.
Block by.
Okay, so there's a downtick. E-mini bouncing back hard there.
Treasuries now expecting to reach 160. Cabinet ministers have been invited to attend Brexit Treasuries this afternoon. It off to happen either tomorrow or Monday.
Look at all of the colors. What do they mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, by the way, what happened to the indicator on Twitch that tells you how many people are watching? It's gone. Oh, there we go. We got 2. I don't know why the stats disappeared, but it's back. It's back. We have 2 people. If you're still there and you don't understand what you're seeing, you ask questions. But these are people with limit buys, limit sells, and then these are market buys and market sells hitting them. That's basically what we're looking at. But I was posting my notes there, so it looks like the E-mini is gonna stop here and turn, and maybe we're looking at maybe an inverse head and shoulders pattern like this. No, I need a much bigger like this, and then maybe like that. And then it's unclear if we beat out this level or not. If we go through it, or it could go like that. Or like that. So, I don't know what's going to happen now. This makes it a poor trade for me. I do know that this is the buy area. This is about where we can buy it. 04. 04 is an okay buy. 035, it's hard to get filled. So if this clears, that might tell us something. But here we could buy it here, and we could sell it at 035, 04, 045, 05. Yes, 05. You might get filled at 05 short. So we're still doing this 4-tick ranges thing, which is kind of interesting. But given the time frame, I don't know. So we do tend to see counter trends form now. So the E-mini so Treasuries could start a trend down here. That would have to indicate that the E-mini is gonna go gangbusters higher. Okay, they're already looking like an inverse head and shoulders here in ES. You see here, the other thing I'm noticing is, okay, so there's one bump, and then there's a bump, and now there's a bump, and that bump looks like it's going to be higher than that bump. This would be, you want to see accelerating buying through here. That's what tells us that it's an inverted head and shoulders. They have to break through the big order, though. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. And there's a big order above us right here and here that they would have to get over. Okay, so they're not. So far, they're not confirming it. You would have caught 05 Rose. Good job.
expected to be billed for 2.433 million. Prior bill with a draw of 1 million. Bill of 4.161 million. Could expect to be a draw of 2.629 million.
Interesting.
4 million. Well, taking no expectations there, but a prior build of 1.878 million. And finally, gasoline stocks, it's 2.276 million. A prior draw of 3 million. Draw of 3.5. Also, the refinery utilization.
So this big order in the 5 years still there.
PPI numbers last night, the crude coming in at a build of 7.831 million. What this at a draw of 3.8 million. I think between a build of 3.8 million.
It's not giving me prices that I would want. Yeah, see, so there's the mini almost completely coming back now, but they are buying it. Like, this would be a chance to potentially short it if they were giving us 04.5 or 05, really would be better, but I'm not saying that you can't make money by selling 04. It's just the risk reward's not nearly as good. And they are buying it a little bit now. I'm still not. See, it's right back there towards the neck, but I'm not seeing the move in delta. I'm not. It doesn't mean that they won't break it and move higher, but so it doesn't fit the pattern that I'm looking for.
Do you want this one?
Five more minutes. So I'd be would be willing to short it there, but it's not. They didn't give it to me, and I would have only taken like 2 or 3 off of it. By the way, notice this. Up. And down.
More from that political home editor Kevin Schofield that number 10 policy with an Irish backstop. Been agreed. Cabinet minister does not make that clear. Emergency meeting now looking.
Okay. Now they are going through it. Wouldn't call that accelerated buying, though. I'm not sure I can consider that a true head and shoulders. There was some buying, and by the way, what's with this? What's with this? Huh? You see that? Some bubbles and stuff?
The API numbers last night, crude a build of 7.831 million, just a draw of 3.638 million, green committed a build of 3.073 million, gasoline a draw of 1.195. Here are reports of Irish lawmakers.
$47,000 votes. That's still a lot, actually.
Getting comments. Under 1 minute 9. Ten seconds. Build of 5.3 million. This is a draw of 3.465 million. coming in a build of 2.419 million, while gasoline a build of 1.852 million, refining utilization 0.6%. And that was the weekly DOE figures. Crude a build 5.783 million, while distillate a draw of 3.465 million, a build of 2.419 million, build of 852 million. Refining utilization 6% below. 7.6 barrels per day. And US
Okay, well, they're still kind of bouncing up against this resistance in the 5-year. I don't know if it's going to break or hold or what, and this range is just a little too tight to really try and take a tick out of it. So I'm definitely done. Kind of a disappointing session, I think. I mean, I did expect it to be tight. And I did kind of say, hey, this looks like mostly noise, but we did have a move up. And I just missed it. And I even tried to take it, but I just missed it. So that's really sucks. That's kind of why I'm disappointed. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I had some good chats with some of you today. Always please put stuff in chat, even if it's just spam. Like, talking in chat helps, and I like to respond to things when there's a break in the action, but I can't sit and watch chat the whole time, unfortunately. I don't have enough screens for that. I can only look at one. I have 3 places to chat, and I can only look at one, and I kind of focus on the Discord. But I still appreciate it. And as always, if you haven't checked out the Patreon, please check out the Patreon, because those posts are public after 3 days. And I really believe really strongly in the Bitcoin indicator that I'm putting out there can make you money. We just kind of have to wait for Bitcoin to get to the right spot. Right now it says to just hold off, but I think that can make you some money. So I would recommend checking it out from time to time, even if you don't subscribe. And if you're really serious and you want to make some money in Bitcoin, then I would probably subscribe. Yeah, and like and subscribe to the videos on YouTube. That helps as well. Focus, bro. Yeah, I saw it. I was a little slow though, wasn't I? Maybe if I was a little bit more focused, I would have caught that one at 0.15, but it wasn't really a strong signal anyways. It was kind of just like, that's kind of look like that might move up now. Worth a shot. That kind of action gets a little dangerous, because you start taking shots like that, and then when you get into bigger action where you really do need to wait for a strong signal, and you just start taking ones that you shouldn't. But anyways, I was still profitable, so that's good. Anyways, tomorrow's FOMC, which might be really, I don't know, it might be tight tomorrow too. I'm not going to trade the FOMC. I already took a day off this week. Well, not off, but work from home, so I'm not going to stream FOMC. But we'll be there tomorrow morning, so I will catch you then.